Safety is of critical importance to Miller Milling. We sincerely value the safety and health of every employee, contractor, and visitor as a high priority. We have set high standards for safety for guests when working or visiting our facilities. We constantly strive to provide a safe and healthy workplace, free from recognized hazards through good design and proper maintenance throughout our facility. Full compliance with all federal, state, and local health and safety regulations is the minimum level of acceptance at Miller Milling. As a visitor, you play an important part in our health and safety efforts. Your visit to our facility must comply with our facility standards for health and safety as well as our current good manufacturing practices. Additional rules may apply to your particular reason for visiting our plant. There's nothing more important than your personal safety, and our view is that injuries are simply unacceptable. If you have any questions, please speak with your Miller host. Let's review some of our basic safety and health requirements and our current good manufacturing practices. You should sign the sign-in log each time you visit our facility. This information is so we may account for you in the case of an emergency and for purposes of a head count, and show that you are authorized to be on our property. It is expected that you will wear a sleeved shirt and pants covering the legs at all times. Long sleeve shirts may be required in certain production areas. Shorts, sleeveless shirts, high heels, open-toed or open-heeled shoes, flip-flops, etc. are always prohibited. Shoes should be made of a durable material such as leather, with a non-skid sole. All clothing must be clean and in good repair. Items such as pens may not be carried in a shirt pocket at any time. Place these items in your pants pocket instead. It should be noted that all jewelry, including items such as watches, rings with stones, visible dermal adornments and piercings, as well as jewelry on your clothing such as decorative pins, cufflinks, and other accessories, must be removed before you enter any production area, such as the mill or packaging area. Wedding bands without stones and medical alert bracelets are allowed. If you wear a medical identification tag, such as a medical alert necklace, you may continue to wear it so long as it is kept secure and inside your shirt. Artificial fingernails, fingernail polish, and false eyelashes are not allowed in any operational area of the facility. Personal protective equipment, or PPE, is required in our facility to protect you from injury. At a minimum, while in our production areas, you must always wear a hard hat, safety eyewear, hearing protection, and suitable work boots or shoes. You will be provided a blue hard hat for your visit inside the plant. Blue indicates that you are a visitor and will be escorted during your tour. If you wear prescription eyewear that is not safety marked, you will need to wear over-the-glasses safety eyewear. Hearing protection must be worn in our production areas and attached to your hard hat or be corded earplugs. PPE is required in all areas except offices and designated safe areas such as a lunchroom. All required PPE will be provided by Miller Milling for your use while at our facility. In addition to the items we just covered, you may be required to wear additional PPE depending on the task you're performing. Hair and beard nets, which will cover beards and mustaches, are required in all final product zones and other areas as directed by your Miller host and will be provided for you to use. You must always wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water after eating and using the restroom. The use of any device to take photos or videos, including your cell phone, requires prior approval of the facility manager and the Miller corporate staff. Miller Milling reserves the right to search any device, person, or vehicle entering or leaving our property. Glass and glass containers are not permitted in our facilities because they can break easily and hurt you as well as be a serious food safety hazard. For our employees' safety and the safety of the food we produce, if you are sick with an illness, infectious or communicable disease, you are not allowed to enter the facility to prevent contamination of the food and ingredients we handle or transmitting your illness to another person. This includes persons affected with boils, sores, infected wounds, or other potential sources of microbiological contamination. Cover your mouth if you have to sneeze or cough. If you do have a minor scrape or cut, only blue metal-detectable bandages can be used to cover them. Within this facility, you will potentially be exposed to food ingredients or other materials that could be considered allergens or respiratory irritants. The most common concern is wheat and wheat dust, but other allergens may also be present. If you have an allergy to wheat and certain food ingredients that may be present in our facilities, please discuss this with your Miller host. In addition, our facility has a zero-tolerance policy for horseplay, harassment, violence, firearms, or weapons of any kind in our facilities. In our facility, you are expected to behave in a safe and professional manner with other guests and Miller Milling employees. You are not allowed to eat, drink, or smoke in any production area. Water is allowed in sealable and shatterproof or other approved containers. Also, spitting and the use of smokeless tobacco are not permitted in any production area. In fact, smoking materials such as pipes, cigarettes, electronic cigarettes, lighters, matches, or tobacco may not be taken into any production area. Designated areas are available for eating, drinking, or smoking. Hands must be properly washed before returning to the production area after these activities. Let your Miller Milling host know it's time for a break. While you are in our facility, you will be escorted throughout your visit. If you will periodically visit the plant to perform a service, you may be allowed to do your task unescorted after having been shown where you may and may not go. Never go into areas that you are not authorized to enter. Failure to follow this rule could result in your permanent removal from the property. You may encounter moving equipment, such as forklifts, product trucks, rail cars, or other vehicles. Please be aware of the traffic flow of the moving equipment, and stay with your host and within the designated walking paths. As interesting as the equipment may be, please do not touch any part of the equipment, food contact surfaces on the equipment, or the ingredients and packaging materials. Additionally, don't sit, stand, or lean against any equipment as it might start unexpectedly. At some of our facilities, products may arrive or be shipped by rail. It is important that you are aware of potential railroad hazards. Before crossing a railroad track, stop, look, and listen to be sure the railroad cars are not moving. Never cross over or under a rail car, or cross a car coupling for any reason. Emergencies are extremely rare, but when they happen, you need to know to stay with your host and follow any instructions you are given. You will be led to an appropriate location where you will receive further guidance. Important emergency information will also be contained on a visitor information guide that you will be provided following this video. Finally, if you witness any unauthorized activity, such as trespassing, theft, fraud, vandalism, sabotage, or terrorism, please report it to your Miller host as soon as possible. There's just one more thing to do. Your host will have you review and sign a visitor agreement waiver and release. By signing this document, you acknowledge that you have viewed this safety orientation video and that you agree to abide by all safety policies and procedures while you're here. Be safe and enjoy your visit at Miller Milling.